You hit all your numbers, you keep the clients happy, you do your job 70 to 80% better than the people sitting next to you. Then appraisal season rolls around, and you watch those exact same peers get the promotions and the raises while you stay stuck in place. You are missing the single most critical career skill. You have to master the unspoken rules of office politics. We are stripping away the general motivational fluff today. Instead, we are going to build a 4-part neuroscience-backed playbook. These are the hardcore psychological principles that guarantee your work actually gets noticed by the people in charge. To get the most out of this, I want you to open a blank digital document right now, or grab a physical notebook. We are going to build your playbook step by step. Hoping to get recognized purely based on your performance metrics is a losing strategy. To survive and advance in any corporate environment, you need a deliberate system. Step 1 is building a pre-meeting routine to control what psychologists call the anxiety leak. This diagram shows panic's biological mechanism. When facing important people, your amygdala glows red, reacting to fear. It steals blood flow from your logical brain. As a result, mirror neurons in others process that unease, leading them to doubt if the project is under control. To stop this biological chain reaction, write this exact phrase at the very top of your playbook. This meeting is in control. Reading that precise sentence forces your brain to send blood flow back to the logical prefrontal cortex. It actively cools down your fear center. Controlling your internal biology is the absolute first step you have to take. When you project external confidence, you prevent workplace bullies from pouncing and secure the trust of the room. Step 2 deals with your digital footprint. Establish this absolute rule. Every internal chat on platforms like Slack or Teams is saved and analyzed by the company. When someone accuses you of a mistake or a missed deadline, the natural instinct is to fire off a defensive, impulsive reply. Doing so puts your career in immediate danger. Take a look at this mock email draft. It reads, "I did not get your file on time, so I couldn't finish it." That is a defensive statement. In a future HR audit, this specific phrasing will be pulled and weaponized as proof that you have a bad attitude and refuse to collaborate. You need to convert defensive excuses into collaborative, open-ended questions. This revised draft shows the correct approach. "I haven't received the file yet. If you can share it today, that would be great. Is there anything I can do to help?" Shifting from statements to questions protects your long-term reputation. It forces the opposing party to take responsibility for the delay without starting a direct confrontation. Step 3 requires you to draw a feedback pyramid directly into your playbook. This diagram shows whose feedback actually matters. The top tier represents your boss and your boss's boss, the only input impacting your career. The dull gray bottom section represents the noise. These are peers whose unsolicited feedback you must aggressively ignore. When you are interacting with that top tier, follow one critical behavioral rule. Be authentic, but never be transparent. If you are completely transparent and confess paralyzing anxiety to a peer about a high-stakes task, that conversation often gets back to your boss. From a leadership perspective, their priority is project success. They may reassign the work to someone who appears more ready to handle the pressure. The safe alternative is authenticity. You can still ask your boss for help, but you frame it by asking for strategic support or specific resources to hit your deadline. You secure help without revealing emotional instability. Curating exactly who gets access to your emotional vulnerabilities is just as critical to your success as managing your actual work output. Step 4 addresses a neuroscience phenomenon called recency bias. Simply put, management completely forgets any achievement you had more than a few weeks ago. To counter this, build a proof game tracker. This spreadsheet outlines the setup. Create columns for problem, action, and business benefit. Make this a weekly routine. Every Friday, log exactly one win and attach any screenshots of praises or certificates earned. Instead of agonizing over appraisals and struggling to remember February's accomplishments, you step into the meeting and effortlessly read off this prepared tracker. Documenting absolute proof neutralizes executive memory bias. It guarantees your hard work isn't erased just because you had a single quiet month before review season. Look at your document. You now possess a concrete system. You have the tools to control your physical anxiety, bulletproof your emails, filter out useless feedback, and mathematically prove your value to the company. But to lock this knowledge into your subconscious memory, you have to establish a psychological commitment. Go to the comments right now and type out which specific step you are going to use tomorrow at work. By putting it in writing, you are moving the idea from a temporary thought into your long-term memory, making a public commitment that your brain is more likely to act on. Once you've done that, share this video with one hardworking friend who needs to stop losing the office politics game.